Hello everyone! For those who don't know me, my name is Karame and welcome to my channel and this video. If you're subscribed to me and or follow me, then that would mean that you're one of my lavenders, but it would also mean that you know about a series that I've been doing of parodies of BTS songs, and they mainly address the annoying things that artists come across in the media and in the industry. But in this series I'm going to take a deeper dive into those problems and show you why some of the most common misconceptions in music are wrong, as well as show you what they really are. Let's get into it. So the translation of this video is everything you know about music by social media and society is wrong, and here is why, or an even shorter version. Everything you know is wrong. The trolls are lying to you. Trolls always lie. And this is why. If you've noticed me looking down a lot during this video, it is because I have a script and I haven't done a video in this format for quite a while, so bear with me. I'm going to try and make this as informative as I can, and, you know, while also sharing some of my insights, opinions, and personal experiences on these topics. You don't have to agree with my opinions about these topics at all. They're just my opinions. If you don't agree with them, that's fine. You don't have to come at me in the comments saying that you don't agree with my opinions. However, you do have to agree with the truth behind these conceptions. I'm trying to provide some insight, okay? That goes to especially anyone who doesn't do music. Because you just simply don't know any better. It's as simple as that. So, I'm here to debunk, pretty much, some of the most annoying, biggest, and most stupidly common misconceptions that I have ever heard about music. I was really pissed off while writing the script for this series. So if I come across as passive-aggressive or even just aggressive, then it's probably for a good reason, but I'm also very sorry. I was originally going to make this all into one YouTube video, but for some reason YouTube hates it when I try to upload anything over the 20 minutes, or 15 minutes even, so I've decided to turn this into a little, like, series where I talk about one topic at a time. So if I come to the end of it, I have 4 plans, so if I come to the end of it and there's no topics that I've discussed that you were thinking of, write them in the comments and I will try to come up with something to write about that. So now let's get into it. So today we are talking about AUTOTUNE and the difference between AUTOTUNE and pitch correction and all the other nicknames that we have for it. The biggest misconception in music ever, and the most annoying one that we have to deal with. You see it everywhere in the form of comments, pretty much. And even though the artist or producer has made the very conscious decision to add it into the song, very proud of what they've done, these comments manifest themselves as hate and hurtful words. Although strangely enough, at least 99% of those hate comments are saying things like, too much autotune, or you sound like a robot, or why does every artist use so much autotune nowadays, or I preferred it when the music industry relied on actual talent. Funnily enough, people like that are only ever in a really modern music video or a really old music video. There's no in between. There's nowhere else. Like, move on, buddy. Times change. And they're all wrong. Yes, you heard that right. They're all wrong. But Karame, are you sure? I can still hear something off about those vocals. No, you don't. Remember? Everything you know is wrong, and I'm here to explain why. Then stop gaslighting and gatekeeping it and actually show us the difference. Okay, I will stop gaslighting and gatekeeping. So, let me try to educate you guys. Okay, this is why singers are sounding more and more perfect in their songs. 2 reasons. First of all, did you ever think that as time goes on, people are getting more and more talented and more singing styles are being created? Like, remember when Billie Eilish got tons of hate for her whisper singing style? You see what I mean now? And another thing is that if you're actually hearing something a little bit like AUTOTUNE, but also nothing like it, it's called pitch correction. In short, it's like AUTOTUNE but without the auto. It's these 2 separate reasons that make it hard to tell the difference between an artist using pitch correction or just having a really good day, like with their vocal cords, they're singing. Unless the singer has perfect pitch anyway, which a lot of people tend to forget that that is possible. There are singers with perfect pitch. Remember that before you comment. Pitch correction, also known as just tuning, pitch control, and there's also melodine, I think. Please forgive me if I pronounce that wrong, but I think it's called melodine. And there's all sorts of other little nicknames for it, but all in all, I like to say pitch correction, and I think it's one of the most popular names for it. Now, what makes pitch correction different to AUTOTUNE is that AUTOTUNE is an effect, and pitch correction is an editing and mixing tool. Some would even say that they're both effects and mixing tools, both of them. I've even heard AUTOTUNE described as a magic button that you press to make all your notes perfect. And in a way, it does make all of the notes perfect in the way that they're solid and perfectly in tune, but it mostly isn't in the way that I guess it takes away the human sounding aspect of the vocals. Hence where the typical robot comparison jumps in. Although in most, if not all cases, that is exactly what the artist and or producer wants when using AUTOTUNE, just to add a little bit of spice to the works, you know? In some cases it's used throughout the whole song, and in others it's only like the backing vocals, or sometimes even just one part of the song, or like one line, if you know what I mean. A majority of AUTOTUNE, real AUTOTUNE, is used in the rap genre, the pop genre, and even K-pop. Also, comment any other genres of songs that include AUTOTUNE too, because I would like to hear them. Before I continue, please do not get me wrong on this. Even though I don't use AUTOTUNE myself, I'm not against people who do use it. I'm here to defend people who do use AUTOTUNE and people who are falsely accused of using AUTOTUNE when they're not, pretty much. By the way, I'm using quotations for the word accused because, in case it wasn't obvious enough, using AUTOTUNE is not a bad thing, and I'm sick of people thinking that it is. Anyway, continuing on. In using pitch correction, you tune each individual note separately. So you get to keep the human aspect of your voice, and it can be used again as a conscious decision, or in some cases, when an artist doesn't have enough time in the recording studio, or they just couldn't record their vocals as good as they would have liked to in the amount of takes that they were given, or simply they just can't reach the note that was written for them, or if they wrote it. I've done that before. I've written songs where I think I'm able to reach a certain note, and then I go to do it and I'm not able to. So I might have to use a little bit of pitching, I guess, here and there.
Okay, I told myself that I wasn't going to reveal what I was talking about in this clip, but it's been on my mind since I recorded it, and now I feel like I have to tell. Basically, I'm referring to my next single. That's it. Definitely worth the hype though.
So I guess that was a little bit of a lie before. No, it wasn't. I don't use AUTOTUNE. I used it in the parody so that people can see what I mean. But in my songs, I don't use AUTOTUNE. I might, but you never know. And then there's the whole people who only sing with AUTOTUNE are talentless. Well, that's completely untrue. You can't expect everybody in the music industry to be a triple threat, aka someone who can sing and or rap, write lyrics, and produce music. Even I can't rap. I never understood why people think it's totally fine when someone can do all except write lyrics and do all except write music, but suddenly think someone's talentless when they can do all except sing. Like, where's the logic? Make it make sense. This isn't a double standard, this is a triple standard. And I'd rather be okay with all three of those things than just criticize people for it. But moving on for now. AUTOTUNE and pitch correction can actually be used live, and it's more common than you think. Sorry, I had to. It was the first thing I thought of. It can often be determined by the microphone that the artist is using. For example, I've seen some artists using a Sennheiser, I think that's how you say it. I'm mispronouncing a lot of things today. A Sennheiser wireless microphone live, and even though not everybody uses them, with the tuning feature, I find it a very interesting pattern that I see in professionals and big artists, which in reality just makes me want to buy one because they also just sound so professional. But remember, again, this doesn't make singers lazy or untalented. Say it with me. Using AUTOTUNE does not make you lazy, whether it be live or in a studio. Using AUTOTUNE doesn't make you lazy, whether it be live or in a studio. There you go. I think you got it. Okay, that's all from me for now anyways. I hope that you all learnt something from this video, and if you already knew everything that I mentioned, then congratulations, you're a smart cookie. Before I go, don't forget to stream my music on Spotify or elsewhere, because it's pretty much everywhere. And also the music video for my song Drowsy. So yeah, anyways, for now this is Cara May signing out. Bye Lavenders and everybody else.